she ain't supposed to be doing. It sound like.
You know what?
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Yo,
Thank
Doc,
you.
you
You know what I
supposed to
mean?
be on my
Sometimes
side.
we gotta do what we gotta do.
I am. You didn't let me finish. In his mind.
Ah.
There you go. There you
You
go.
guys y'all stick together like Voltron. I can't believe this. Can't get nothing around here, fellas. I'm looking for another male co-host to help me out. Please, if anybody wants to join the panel for these discussions, I need your help. It's 3-on-1 right here. It's tag teaming me. They be dogpiling me. I need help. So, but let's get into it real quick. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Nothing But
Answers.
It's the place to come to get all the answers you need. Listen, I keep telling you every week, we have all the answers you need. You need them, we have them. Listen, just watch. You got questions, ask us. Forget Almanac, dictionaries, Google. You don't need none of that. You got nothing but answers. Just come to us. We're the new search bar. Holla at us. We got all the answers. All. We got teachers, we got doctors, we got
We
Leanne's.
got it all. And Leanne's.
We got Leanne's. And she do it all. Leanne does it all. Okay, Swiss Army knife, everything. Bang, done. You need it done, she got it. Leanne, we're gonna fight.
What?
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna fight, Leanne. I'm gonna move south. Leanne, she always try to take me there. Okay, I just needed a moment. It's a serious moment. Leanne does this sometimes. She tries to push my buttons.
You pushing your own buttons.
Right?
What you doing over there, Leanne?
Chilling.
Really? What else you doing? What you doing? Just chilling. We ain't even gonna go there because I'm not gonna let you do it to me, Leanne. I ain't gonna let you do it. You're trying to do it. You waited to do it so you can do it while you can do it on TV. We're not gonna let you do it like that. So we're gonna move on. So let's get into it. We didn't even introduce everybody. Let's get into it. How's everybody doing? Ruth, how are you?
Thanks for asking. I'm good. Life is good. Hanging tough. Doing my life.
Life is
Bringing some
over
Leo
there?
energy to the show today. You know how we Leos do.
We don't. Yeah, you're lying.
We are lions.
We bring the heat.
We bring it all.
Oh, so that Leos are the season now? That's the season now?
No,
Where the
it's
sign-
all
Not
year
yet.
long. All year
Not
long
yet,
for
but
me.
yes, all year.
Yeah,
We
I
are
do
at-
believe
we
you
are at the
lying
top.
all year.
Leo season don't stop.
Okay, all right. See that? That's
No.
Hey, you
Lie.
asked though. All
It's a
right.
lie right there. It kind of stops. But Doc, how you doing?
I'm good. I am very good.
Thanks a lot, Doc. Appreciate it. Leanne, how you doing?
You know what? I was okay until about 6-7 minutes ago when somebody kept, coming at my neck. I feel pressured right now and uneasy.
Mm.
And
I feel some things too, Leanne.
and somebody cut me off. That's the first time. That's number one.
I didn't cut you off. I just agree with you.
I'm still talking.
I agree with you.
And I don't
listening.
appreciate it feeling this way. You know?
Your feelings are valid. We
Thank
hear
you.
you.
Thank you.
What you doing over there, Leanne?
That's how you know
Let it
that
go.
there is a real lack of sincerity.
Exactly. And trust.
No, her feelings are valid. I just want to know what she's doing over there. So let's get into it. We see Chris Brown is back in it this again in this week. More pictures are coming out. People are losing their mind with the pictures. I still am on the train of Oh, who cares? They're pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It's a picture,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, you knew she was for the streets when you met her. It's a picture.
Mm.
What you expect?
Why you gotta throw that first part in there if
Right?
it's just a picture?
Well, again, a woman or some women wouldn't allow that to happen in the picture because of how they feel about themselves and how they respect their relationships. They just wouldn't do it off a GP, right? So if a woman is doing that, or even if a man was doing that, you would say, how much does he value his relationship if this is what he's doing outside? That's my take on it. I don't know if that's what you guys feel. What do you guys feel with that?
If I pay $1,200 for a picture, you're gonna see me and Chris in the bathtub together.
Bubbles and
Yeah,
all,
that's
right?
one
Bubbles and everything.
Bubbles and all.
That's
Wow.
one way to look at it. Okay. I didn't quite see that one coming, but I hear you.
I
You
ain't
said
mad.
bubbles and all?
Bubbles and all.
Bubbles and all. It'll be perfectly staged.
Okay, well, didn't see that one coming. Leanne. Wow.
up?
What do you think?
It's a picture.
Do you think that picture has any reflection on how you feel about your relationship?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, thank you for being
There's-
honest, Leanne.
There's some things you really shouldn't do when you're in a relationship, especially if you wouldn't want your significant other to do it. Now, if you're okay with your significant other, maybe they have a pass situation
Mhm.
where you get a hall pass for a celebrity
Hmm.
and they're actually getting to meet their celeb.
Sorry.
How rude.
So
I
you
said
Exactly.
sorry, but my mistake.
Part 2.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. Wait, Ruth, so what do you think then?
I
Let's see what
told
the
you
lion's
that
going to say now.
the lion is going to say in her true Leo energy that what I said before. Sometimes we lose our minds for a moment. It's a picture. Get over it. It's not altering my relationship. We're good.
What?
You asked me.
Wow. You said, so you're the arbiter of what that other person feels. You said it's not altering your relationship. How can you say it's not?
You
That's
asked
my
me
only
if
question.
I felt it was hurting my relationship, and I don't feel like it would. If that was our agreement that, we're cool, we don't worry about pictures, we're good.
I don't know why people come on here. Leanne was the only one who was honest. I don't understand. People just come on here to tell the truth. If your man was in a picture kissing his so-called crushes, he had his lips on her neck like, and his hands on her ass like, you're like, oh, that's a great picture, babe. Let's put it on the table.
No, it would be the opposite. She would have his hands on his butt, and her lips on his neck. It would be the opposite.
Do it differently. You're going to do a man.
No, it would be the same. It got to be the same. It got to be apples and apples.
It can't be the same because
it got to be apples and apples. It can't be.
It is apples and apples. Chris is a man, and he's doing what a man is doing in the picture. Your man is going to be doing what the man is doing in the picture.
That too.
Huh?
A woman can do that too.
Yeah, a woman could do it.
But I don't know what you're talking about.
When I met LL, I was single though. I took a whole handful, but I was single.
Everybody pay attention. Doc sexually harassed LL. And if he ever comes back,
I
he has
did.
this show
I
he was
did.
sexually
I'm not
harassed.
gonna lie. I did, and I wouldn't do that today, but I did.
Right.
He didn't say anything. He just smiled in the picture.
Oh, he smiled uncomfortably like Michael, I think his name, whatever the boy name is from Power.
Michael Rainey Jr.
Michael Rainey. He went,
God, wow.
I was young, and
was
so
young.
infatuated with him. It was.
and times were different. That wasn't looked at as what it's looked at now. Like sexual harassment back then was just,
it was acceptable.
Yes,
it was okay.
Yeah, I think celebrities expected it.
Well, you know what? No. I think what we kind of talked about too. If the person's attractive, it's kind of okay. If you're not attractive, you're like, hey, Gertrude. Don't touch me like that. Somebody
get your hands off.
Yes. And
security.
I think I posted something where it kind of spoke to that a little bit, where I think it was they were saying that only beautiful women can get all their bills paid.
Oh, I
just posted it today. I don't know what the response was, because it was something like only, you have to be a beautiful woman to get 100% of your bills paid. Most of y'all can't. Wow. Most of y'all not on that level. That's why you ain't get your bills paid.
I saw that.
So I didn't see what the response was, because I posted it today, and I wonder what is the response to that. And I don't necessarily think that's necessarily. I don't know if that's
I don't know if that's true.
It could be true, right? Because beauty is subjective. So as long as you find that person beautiful and you'll pay for it, and it's subjective, exactly. So it will be whoever you find to be beautiful.
Right.
So it could be, both. It could be true and untrue at the same time, right? Because yeah. So I can see that, because you most likely find your wife attractive if you're with her. Hopefully, maybe.
What are your thoughts about universal beauty? Are there some people who are just universally beautiful to everybody? Or is it always individualized?
I think there's been documented some characteristics that are beautiful, like the fine cheek lines and things of that nature. I don't know about a universal beauty, because I know that there's certain people I just don't find to be attractive.
Okay. At
all. Like, I don't care who they don't, right? So whatever block I have, I don't. So, but I guess if we're talking majority, I guess maybe there could be people who look at people. Well, I don't know, because I think the most beautiful woman in the world, from my understanding, was somebody from like the Middle East. She was Middle Eastern. From what I saw, something. This was
okay.
So I guess. I mean, there are some people that most people will find attractive. Like, this person is attractive. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to know about these pictures that you guys so-called. This is the most one-sided, except for Leanne sometime, the most one-sided panel I've ever heard in my life.
I told you what I would do. I don't.
No, you said, but now if he was in the bathtub with the person, you'd be cool.
I'd be cool with that.
You see how she paused before she said it? She's like, I gotta say,
there was no pause. Don't even try. There was no pause.
Hey, Leanne,
I would be so cool with that if it was someone that he, his celebrity crush.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So what if his celebrity crush wanted to let him crush?
So that's different. I wouldn't sleep with my celebrity crush.
Where did that voice come from?
I wouldn't sleep with my celebrity crush, so why would you?
Right.
I'm just saying, it seemed like anything goes with your celebrity crush. Ruth said you lose your mind.
I said the bathtub.
I didn't say anything.
I said, what I'm saying, no, Ruth said you lose your mind, temporary insanity.
On a certain level, some people do.
So if you got the right person, you just slipped in some star punani. Is that okay? He lost his mind for a minute. Girl, I couldn't even believe it. She was right there.
Your clothes just fell off.
There's different levels of losing your mind, Daryl.
Oh, okay. So it's to your likings. Okay, I got you. Okay. So knocking kids down is okay.
I only bumped 2 kids. I didn't knock them completely over.
Stiff arming kids is okay, but okay.
Then she gonna say, "Oh, you knocked down 2 kids."
Yes. Ruth said child abuse is okay. No sexual contact. Okay.
I was trying to get across that room. They had to get out of the way.
We know where you stand, Ruth.
I'm guilty of it. I am guilty of it. I don't have a lot of skeletons. That's one, okay?
Okay. So there is some. It should go ahead, Leah.
I'm probably gonna butcher this name, and I am so sorry. Asinor Droets.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah, okay.
Ronnie
said, ask Donald Trump. This was back when y'all were talking about men and women being on the same playing field and grabbing one another and stuff like that.
Okay.
And laugh out loud to your last statement.
Okay.
Okay.
So ask Donald Trump what, Lynn? What I'm lost.
I think she's talking about with him saying grab him by the
The wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Right. And he did it.
Yeah, he did it. He said he did it.
And I know Melania wouldn't care what he did, as long as he didn't do it to her. That's different.
Exactly.
She's like, please keep grabbing air. Leave mine alone. I appreciate you.
She like, get away from
Please
me.
get away.
Please. So you guys said there's certain levels, so you wouldn't mind being in the bathtub. What you in the bathtub for if you ain't gonna give it up?
It's a picture at $1,200. We gonna have something to show for it.
So you're gonna get in the picture. I mean, you're getting the water. Water with the bubbles. What you got on?
A bathing suit.
Okay.
He's naked. I got
Oh, Doc is on a roll.
I like
Man,
when people
don't even
honest.
get a
Okay, he's
bathing
naked. Okay.
I don't know. It seemed like Doc didn't thought this out before.
She did.
He didn't thought this out.
Hopefully it didn't happen before. What's LL? What's LL?
Oh no, Doc.
So listen. Okay. Now, could he be in the bathtub with somebody naked?
If he got on a bathing suit, sure.
Okay. They didn't have one on though.
Huh?
They didn't have one.
She wouldn't have one on.
Okay, cool.
Gotta be equal playing field.
Wow. Yeah.
Is there any touching in this picture? Or are you guys?
No, we're not touching each other. I'm laying on one side, he laying on the other side. And leave it all to rest to the imagination.
Okay.
Where your feet at?
I'm short, so
Right.
I'm sure. So my feet probably reach to the middle of the tub.
It's a little tub though, Doc. It's a short tub.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So he's naked, you're clothed, or she's naked,
gosh.
he's clothed.
Oh,
Ruth, you in the tub, you said with bubbles, you got clothes on?
Who me? Oh yeah, I gotta have my clothes on. Yeah.
He has his clothes on?
Yes, he should have his clothes on because I don't want no mistakes.
okay.
So Ruth
She
says,
don't want to fall on it.
so Ruth says, if there's a random penis, she may fall on it. So it got to be covered. Any uncovered penis
cover it
needs
up.
to be
At
covered
least
in her
cover
book.
it. Yes.
She said if it's not covered, she will cover
I
it.
didn't say that, but at least cover it.
Okay. I get it. So they got to be covered.
Cover.
Man, in the bathtub, what's going on?
In the bathtub. We all out here.
I'm letting you know. We in the bathtub and she's naked.
It's all out. It's all out.
It's the
all
motion in
out.
motion. It's on go.
Let's go.
Ain't no point. I done lost my mind like Ruth said.
I didn't say it like that. But...
I'm just gonna have to. We're gonna see how this works out if we stay together or not after this. I'll worry about this. I'll worry about this after I come.
Well, shoot, that's what you call him did. She said, "Look, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and we'll see how this relationship go when I'm done."
At that point,
Yep.
you don't cross. Once one person gets naked, you don't cross some lines. Okay.
Yeah.
Naked, bathtub, sex. I mean, they go together. I don't know if you cannot think. It's like it's almost you have to.
Oh my gosh!
Once you
No
get wet, you get wet.
self-restraint at all, huh?
Yeah, no, they know. Cause guess what? I wouldn't believe that you didn't.
Wow.
If I wasn't in the room, I think the thought of what may have happened, and when you told me he was naked, he was what? Wait, what's that? Come again? Wait, who? What? Wait, huh? Right. That would be. I would give you 10 seconds to get away. 10, 9. What you count for? Please don't be here when I get done. No, that would be tough. That's a picture for your ass. If Chris Brown has a picture in the bathtub, it's over. Like that's right. He doing way too much. I don't know.
I mean, all the pictures that I've seen, they're like the women. I mean, I guess they figure they're gonna get their money's worth.
Yeah.
I haven't really, other than the pictures when he's holding a person. I mean, if he's holding a butt in a picture or something like that, I don't really see that being too crazy.
Yeah.
Right now, I do think that like I said in the beginning, I think that your woman should hold you to a standard that even, I don't care who's there, that she's not going to let anyone do something that they shouldn't be doing. So I don't think if anybody that's doing that, I wouldn't necessarily, I don't think they're representing our relationship well. And I think that can start sowing some seeds of this, like, well, I don't know if she let that happen because this dude is kind of famous. What if she meet him in the club or meet some else? It would definitely make me look at her differently. Because I would want her to respect herself. But do you just let people grab your ass? That's normal. So what kind of respect do you have for yourself? Because I know if ugly dudes do, you're like, get off me, girl. So yeah, that definitely would make me have cause for a pause in the relationship. Just let people just touch on you because you're a fan, you're a groupie. So
maybe some of these ladies are single. Maybe we're assuming they're not.
Well, listen, no, we're not. The ones who's single, I say have at it. Live your best life. You outside, but I'm saying if you're in a relationship, I think that we have to respect our relationships in such a way that you don't disrespect your partner. I wouldn't want them to feel any type of way about something I'm doing. And I know if I'm in a picture and I'm all up on a girl, that could be problematic.
But this would be something I would think that they would talk about beforehand. Because you know that you're going to go see Chris Brown. You know that you're going to get the picture.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, what is on and off the table?
So, but maybe it's like Ruth said, you don't go in there with those intentions. But when you get in there,
you do go in there with those intentions.
Okay.
You do.
Okay. So I don't know what women do, right? Because the man, I know that this woman probably doesn't want me, right? Because women are the ones who choose. So I know if I go in there as Beyonce or whoever, I'm not going to think she wants me because she's Beyonce. She can have anybody she wants. But like I said, some of these girls were beautiful that were in there that he may want. It's different. This man may choose this woman. So the mindset may be a little different. So Leanne, if you're saying you're going in there already like Ocean's 11 because you're wet. Okay, then you're right, Leanne. Then but then, Leanne, how do you have that conversation? 5 minutes before you go in there.
I'm gonna give them this $1,200 and I'm jumping in his arms and I am gonna have him put his hands in my butt crack.
Yeah.
And the next thing is we're leaving. Somebody's dragging. There's a video of me dragging me out of the line. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That would be another a conversation, and you in line, you up, and you can't go because you arguing. I'm like, what you mean you gonna do that? That's an argument. You ain't gonna tell me you gonna let him grab your ass and he gonna have your legs wrapped around his neck. You gonna be in the bathtub.
That's why you don't talk about it. You don't talk about it. You plead temporary insanity. You don't talk about it. You knock people over like I did and say, you know what? I lost it for a minute. Forget
it. Like I said, I can see Ruth's scenario happening where you get in there, you get excited, and you jump up and put your legs around his leg before you really thought about it. Like you said, if this is a fan, it's a moment. But like Leanne said, if it's premeditated, that's even worse because you could have had that conversation way before you got in line. This was the conversation that I had at home because you knew you were gonna purchase this pass for him to touch your ass. You knew you were gonna you paying a man to touch you. Free.
Now, what if she didn't know he was going to do that, Daryl? Does that make it different?
That would be so different.
My understanding, he does nothing that they don't ask him to do.
Oh, they ask
everything that's done are their poses. They get to set the scene. He's not doing anything because he's liable. I don't want to grab your ass and then now you sue me to say I did something.
Right? Oh man, that would be
whatever's
crazy.
done is up to you. You go in there and you plan out what you want to do with him, and he'll do it. He'll acquiesce.
Okay, got it.
So, like Leanne said, Leanne, when you're having this conversation in line, 3 minutes before you go, how do you think that's going to go?
I'm just saying,
somebody getting dragged out.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be an argument. But at the end of the day, you gotta be like, hey, is there anything before I go in here? Is there anything that you don't want me to do?
Okay.
Only thing I want you to do is smile next to him with your hands in your pocket.
Wow. That's only
And tell him to put his hands in his
$300.
pockets.
That's a $300 picture. You got to get more than that. A little more than that.
This is great. I don't know if this works both ways. I don't know if men are out here paying for pictures with women. At least they gotta. I don't know. 12. Okay. Hey, listen.
I bet you if Janet Jackson back in the day was doing this, men would be paying. If Beyonce does it,
no. I think they would only pay if they got to do when she did the little lap thing when she tie you up. I can see somebody paying for that experience, not for a picture, because you can go to a club right now for $10, see ass moving. So I'm gonna pay a picture with just to stand next to you.
Because it's Janet.
We're not. I don't think men are like that. If we're not gonna be able to just take a picture, just take a picture is nothing.
Some men are starstruck. You don't think so?
I mean, yeah.
I don't.
men pay for peep shows where they don't even get to touch the woman. They just be like, they get to see her.
Yeah, but they get to put their penis out too, and in their little private sections where they can do what they got to do. So it's different. Unless you can pull your penis out right in front of Jen, like, let me get a picture.
Wow.
let you pay for 5 minutes in a picture. I don't think it's going. I don't think it's going to work.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how it goes, huh?
Right.
Yeah, again, I think men pay for the experience of the whole thing. If Janet ain't doing them, she's just standing there. I don't know if men are going to pay for that.
I think some would.
I mean, some would do anything. The majority of men probably wouldn't, because, like I said, if I can go, it's a girl at the club down the street. They look like Janet. They get butt naked for $5. I mean, I'm gonna go down the street for $5.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think this is what I think. It might be way off. I don't know, but I feel like a man wouldn't want to just pay for a picture with a woman. I just don't. $1,200 just to look at her. Now, if I'm crying, I know men will pay that to fly you out, but they also going to get. They're gonna have that shit gonna be shaking in that room. So you're paying for that. If it's just in the flag,
why would women pay for that?
You guys tell me. That's what I'm wondering. Why would you pay $1,200 to stand in line with Chris Brown?
I don't know why anybody would do it,
right?
Man or woman. So I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that women are doing it. I would think that a man would do it.
When again, we're not getting anything out of it, out of the picture. Like she's not gonna hold us in her arms with her grabbing our ass. She ain't doing that. So I don't see why a man would do it. But now, when you were younger, would you do it?
Ronnie said, "Wow."
Ronnie said, "Would you pay when you were younger?"
No, I wouldn't pay.
For a picture, I mean, like say LL. Is a picture of LL?
No, I wouldn't have paid.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't have paid free. That'd be free.
That's because you think you're cute. Doc was cute. She's like, I'm not for a nigga. Please. You see
like,
this?
I'm paying you.
Listen, you need to pay me, big
right?
Where is VIP? And do not tell me I gotta pay.
Right, I hear you. It was different. How about you, Ruth? I know, like, with your.
I would have paid if I had the money.
Okay.
LL was another one of mine. I would have paid for LL.
Okay. And it's just for the picture because you wanted something to say. I
wanted that memory of that picture with him. Yes, I would have done it.
Right. Leanne, you paying for pictures?
Nah.
Yeah, that's not really.
That ain't my style.
Right.
I'm good.
Leanne, have you ever sexually harassed a man? You grabbed a man's ass unwarranted. Just put it out there.
Don't put it out there. Don't put it out there.
Like he's walking by, pow, hey there with that beard.
I've given ass pat, but I don't know if it wasn't unwarranted. They didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything because again, if this is the barometer that you guys want to use because they didn't say anything, we should be okay as men. By the time y'all say anything, and then later, I can't believe it.
Like he turned back and smiled. So
okay.
He was like, I can't believe she just harassed me.
Ronnie said I would pay for pictures.
Yep.
Okay, she would. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, men would pay the pictures, but it probably have like the boobs be out. You know what I mean? It'd have to be something you could be like, on a nipple or something. It couldn't just be a regular picture. So a man ain't paying for it.
So they can't just do a regular celebrity picture. I find that.
You gonna stand up with your clothes on? You get my fucking clothes on the back. Get my money back. You ain't gonna do nothing for this. You ain't gonna earn it. You better earn this money, girl. You know how to dance, Janet. You better shake it.
That's a shame.
No, okay. Well, I'm just saying. So that's interesting. That kind of brings us into what we want to talk about tonight. In relationships, are there some questions that kind of could, change your relationship if asked? If
like, can Chris Brown grab my butt in this picture?
Right. Really.
Yes.
That question right there, because it sends a ripple effect. Because for me, what I hear is, you're not respecting our relationship. You're putting this man ahead of me, and would allow some man to touch you when you're supposed to be mine. That's what I would hear.
Okay.
And I would question your dedication to me, because even now they say anybody can be bought. So people look for the next relationship. So if somebody got a little bit more money than me, would you jump to him? And that might not be the case, but that's where my mindset would go.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's where it could go. It could lead to me to feel like, oh, I don't know you. You for the streets of money and gold. So I think that would change it for me. How about the tone?
Ronnie says you can see a nipple for 1,000.
Hilarious. But there are some questions. Like, so if you're your person came home and asked you for a threesome, how do you feel about that? Would that change the relationship going forth, independent of the answer?
I mean, from what I hear, some people think that it means that you're saying I'm not enough or I'm not what you want, when that's you putting your own interpretation on what the person asks.
Right. Right. But is that wrong? Because you have questions about why they want to do it, and this is what you're coming up with. Like, this is what you feel, and I don't know if you're wrong for feeling that way.
Well, that's why you have the discussion. Like, why? Why do you want this?
Right, Leah.
Ronnie said, "Oh, hell no."
So, but is there any reason that they could say they wanted it? Because I could feel like you're not telling me at all. Right? You want this. You don't want to hurt my feelings, because you may love me, right? You may love me. Maybe I'm not enough sexually in my mind. And this is why that question to me could be detrimental to your relationship, because now I'm in my head.
Yeah, because the relationship is over at that point.
I mean, it kind of, I'm not too far off of what Leanne is saying. Like what you kind of said, Doc, is like, I feel like I may not be enough. I feel like you want more, because you do. You want something else. Right? You want something else. That's not me. You need, in addition to me, you need something else to stay here. That's how I feel. Not that it's right or wrong, but it's how I feel. My feelings are valid.
Ronnie says your feelings will just get you hurt. That's all. Your feelings will just get hurt. That's all.
Yeah. Well, my feelings may get them hurt.
I know we're not talking about DV.
No, get them hurt when I tell them get away from me, get out my house.
Oh.
Now you don't got nowhere to live because you want to go live with that nigga that you was talking about.
What if they don't have anybody in mind? They're just saying, can we bring somebody else in? You can pick the person, you can choose whoever you want, but can we bring somebody else in to add some excitement to our sex life?
So you just said we're not exciting. That's all I heard. Our sex life is dead.
But what if they said more excitement? Let's change it to more excitement.
So you need a AED machine clear to bring our relationship back. I'm cool.
Ronnie said, "What the what?" And there will be no threesome, okay?
Right. And just the fact, even though you said no to threesome, I still would have so many feelings about it. And then it would be, is there a person, not a person in mind, but is there a gender? Is it open? Right? If you're definitely looking for another man, we're definitely done.
Oh, wow.
We're done. Absolutely.
What happened to that safe space we talked about with bringing up anything to your mate? Where is that safe space for that topic for them?
Ruth.
No, I'm just asking.
Safe space because I feel like you can tell me anything, but what you tell me doesn't mean I have to stay with you. Right? It's still safe.
Then it's not a safe place.
No, it is safe. There's nothing in a relationship that I feel that you can say, well, we're going to do this and everything's going to go on the way it was before, afterwards. No,
right.
Your brain is, you can tell me, but even in a safe space, I still have a decision that I can make due to what is said. Because that's
but
not
then I can't
tell
you certain things because I don't want the relationship to be over. So I'm not going to tell you how I feel about certain things and just keep that all in me.
True.
Cool. You're a liar and we need to break up anyway. All this you keeping in is going to make the relationship
the point
fail.
I was making what Doc just said.
Well, that's your fault. Don't blame me for it. Listen, if you're having feelings that are, to me, what I feel not of the relationship, okay, you can have those feelings. But I know you're having feelings that are outside this relationship, and I don't want to be a part of that. I may not want to be a part of that, especially if you want another man. And even when another woman, I'm like, I don't want any. I just want you. You're enough for me. Why am I not enough for you?
Should they not just not share it? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Luke. What are you saying?
Just not share it with you, maybe?
No, but I mean, the problem is you feel that way. You need to share it, and then now let the chips fall where they may.
Like, they're not going to share it because they're worried about the relationship.
Really, Leanne?
No, that's not the way you go. Your stance is, why go and get your feelings hurt for something you went looking for? Remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so same scenario. If somebody cheats on you,
right,
and you didn't got away with it, y'all happy, y'all living their best life, whatever, you would rather not know because
right. The key, I'm not going to really, bro. The key to that to me is you're living your best life. She said that thing was eating the other person up.
Well,
if it's eating you up, you're not living your best life. So you might as well tell me, and now we get in the relationship because we're not living our best life. You're in distress.
Maybe they hide
so
it.
What if all they needed to do was release it by talking to you about it and getting your opinion? Does the relationship have to end because it was something that they thought about?
Thank you. I release you.
So are you saying people shouldn't share their fantasies with their mates? It could be anything.
I don't know what I'm saying that you don't get. You can share whatever you want to share. But remember, when you share, I can look at it like, who are you?
It's over. That's the bottom line.
No, it could be contingent upon what you're sharing, right? What someone shares could make you look at them differently, no matter how long you knew it for.
Yeah,
right?
You could. Mm-hmm.
So what you share is important to who you are. And if you want to do some like, I was I don't know how you feel about this, but I saw this pig and I want to have sex with it. I'm like, what'd you say?
But damn.
Pig? Yeah, I'm Muslim. Can't do it. Gotta go.
What does that have to do with it? Oh God. Oh, God. They ain't say
gotta go. You understand me? So so it would be some issues with that, right? So like I said, you can share, but understand even in sharing, the other person still has a right to feel things. They have a right to take it the way they take it, and it may not go the way you want it to go. But because like I said, you can be honest, I can be honest. Yes, you want a threesome. No, I don't want you anymore. It works well, right?
You're not gonna say why.
We're both sharing here. We're both sharing.
And sometimes fantasies are just fantasies. They don't have to be acted upon, but it could be, something that your partner wants to talk about.
I don't. So really, so you have a fantasy that you don't want to do? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, sometimes people do. They have fantasies that they talk about with their partner, but it may not be something conducive for the relationship, like a threesome. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't share that that's something you thought about.
So you're telling me, yeah, I was thinking about Rob at work.
You know what?
I really don't want Rob, but I was thinking about him. What do you mean?
Hold
That's
on.
crazy.
Ronnie said, "Ain't nobody gonna do that if you sharing." Not sure.
Anybody
But
gonna do
that
what?
was
Leave if you
relationship.
sharing?
Leave maybe.
Yeah, no. People will go ahead, share if you want. Share too much. Share too much if you want to.
That's not a safe place, Daryl.
Wait a minute, I don't understand. I don't think you know what a safe place means.
Yes, I do.
No, what do you think a safe place means? What does it mean? You can say
means
anything you want and
go
get away with
out
it.
and have a space to share without the threat of
Wait a minute.
ending of your
And he
relationship.
said, "Get away with it," like
Right.
you're trying to hurt him or something.
No,
Daryl, where is that coming from?
You're
You
trying to
just say
get
you
away
want
with
to get
having a
away with
threesome.
it.
Okay, well,
No,
however
it
you
may
want
not
to
be
use
the
it, Doc.
threesome, but it may
Doc,
be
you're not going to dock me today, okay? You ain't going to try to turn this around with the big words and the fancy stuff. I know you learned this in class. No, we ain't doing it. No, a safe space could, again, a safe space is for both of us, not just you. You can share, and so can I. There's nothing you can do that makes that can automatically keep the relationship together. There's nothing.
So what
But if
about
something-
if your partner says, "I have a fantasy of having sex in a field of wildflowers," knowing that you're allergic to flowers, like
that makes you want to kill me. She got a fantasy.
Oh
She
my
want me to die.
Gosh.
She
Daryl.
want to kill me.
dang.
She want to break up, but she don't want to break up. She just want to kill me to get me out of the way.
Wow.
Lynn, you heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard it. Ronnie says, right, they won't be standing in a relationship.
Right. You won't be. Because again, a safe space means we both can share, Neil.
Yes.
So
yes.
you can share, and so can I. I can share that what you're disclosing to me is not what I want in a partner. I don't want a partner who wants someone else.
Okay. But
So
then we
we're
can
not-
further talk about it. Mhm.
What is it? You're talking about talking about. What are we talking about? I don't want it. I talked. And this is weird.
You're weird.
I'm weird
You're
because
weird because
because
fantasies are just that. Even
Okay.
if you fantasize about the postman, doesn't mean you're going to have sex with him or that you
Right.
actually-
okay. So your partner fantasizes about your best friend.
See, you always got to
See, why
make
is
it
it-
more
yeah.
You
extreme.
didn't say the postman was
You always
okay.
got to make
But
it
now
more
it's your best
extreme.
friend. It's a problem. It's a fantasy. You ain't never want to do it. It's just a
You
fantasy.
always got to make it more extreme.
I'm confused. So is it just a fantasy? You're not sticking to your definition. We understand that fantasies come from somewhere. They come out of something, right? It's still something you're secretly desiring. That's
Right.
still. Go ahead.
Ronnie said, damn, damn, damn.
Yes, Ronnie. Damn. Add two more.
Because now, if that person is fantasizing about your friend, you would have an issue with it. So for you, a fantasy, depending on how close to home, denotes if that fantasy is something that is okay to have or not.
So are you saying that you can't find your partner's friends attractive?
We said having fantasies about touching that big brown booty.
Here we go.
Okay? We didn't say, because that's one of the questions too. One of the questions we have are in relationship. Can you ask your partner do they feel your friends are attractive, or are they sexually attracted to any of your friends? You wouldn't mind asking that question?
I think all my friends are attractive. So
Well, most women
Hey.
think their friends are attractive, and they're not. But
he say they're not.
He said
They're
they're
not.
not. Wow.
Oh my god.
Ronnie says, yes, I will have a problem with that.
thank you, Ronnie. I like somebody who tells the truth. So again, if your how would you feel about your partner if he was attracted to one of your friends?
Are you asking me or who you talking to?
The room. This is the room. Everybody's
Okay.
right there. So anybody can answer. You like, yo, man, I wasn't with you. You know, your friend Barbara. Ooh, I would knock the bush off Barbara.
And then you just say,
you wouldn't say that.
No,
Why would you
wouldn't
say that?
Now I ain't gonna hold you. I was put in all right. You were in this type of situation where a friend of mine and her boyfriend at the time were together, and it was made mention that out of her friend group, I would be the one that he would smash.
Oh,
and
wow,
we're no longer friends. So
wow.
There we go. We found the answer.
Wow.
She said, "I'm gonna get you the hell away from my man."
Wow.
why is she so insecure?
I don't know.
Well, is that insecure when he's saying
I
I
think
would take
so.
you down?
It is.
Because I don't. If my significant other said that your girl so and so is bad, right? Yeah, I know.
Doc, please. That's not what he said. He said he wanted to take her down. He didn't say she was bad. He said I
One
would.
two versus I would. I think those are two different things.
They're
I would
not.
smash if you and I weren't together. All
No,
right.
no. Listen, just the point that you would smash means you just need the right opportunity. You're already there because you already thought about it. You already singled somebody out.
I wouldn't feel no way about that.
You did the work. Okay. Hey, listen, just
Yeah,
don't leave him alone.
Ronnie says,
I don't care
yeah.
about stuff like that. That stuff doesn't, because I know what I bring. I know what I got. That doesn't stop me.
Yeah.
If you find somebody else more attractive and you want to be with them, then I think that that's what you would do.
No, not at all.
I'm not going to spend my time worrying about it, trying to figure out how to stop it.
That's
I'm not
true.
doing none of that.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. That's good. That's good attitude to have, but it's not going to stop somebody from cheating because
That's what I just said. But,
yeah, like I said,
but the
the
difference is trying to prevent it. That's where you get in trouble. Trying to prevent all the cheating that could possibly could possibly happen.
I agree.
Totally agree with that.
Like that's what I said.
Ronnie says,
go ahead.
Yeah, you damn Skippy. I would have a problem.
Right.
With my friend, you with the question.
Right. So if you're we can do it both ways. Say like you're like, damn, your girl got a nice body, or your friend got a nice. I wonder if my girl told me my friend had a nice body, how would I feel?
Just a general statement. Say she's saying, he looks good, and I say
I would say, what you doing looking up? Because you supposed to look at the ground when you with me. You ain't gotta look up ever again. So why you even know what people look like? The only thing you supposed to look at is somebody's sneakers.
Nah.
Booth, we already know for you. You all out there. You looking at everybody.
I am not out there, but I have said to my mate, I have said to him, "Oh, he looks good." If we haven't seen him in a while or whatever,
that's fine. I think that's fine. He looks good.
He looks good.
He looks in shape. I don't think I would trip too much. Now, if she was like, "Yo, he got gray sweatpants on," I'm like, "Okay, come here." Well, I'm gonna start counting 10, 9, 8. Hey, you better run. Gray sweatpants would be a problem. You know what I mean?
Ronnie says, "Go ahead, Ruth."
I'm sorry. You got to be secure in your relationship, like Doc is saying. You can't worry about everybody they find attractive. They see attractive people 24/7. It is what it is, and so you might as well people watch together and say, "Oh yeah, he looks good. She looks good. Big deal."
If we could find the truth in that relationship over there, we would find. I've been more.
That is why. That is exactly why, Daryl.
I know the stories we would hear.
Daryl, people are married. They ain't blind.
Hey, okay. Hey, whatever.
I mean, I know I need glasses for this, but you're not blind. I can see.
No, I agree with you that I don't trip over people looking at people, right? Yeah. We have eyes. I think as long as you're respectful. But I mean, if I see a big behind, I'm like, dang, look, you see that? That's crazy.
That's exactly what Ronnie is saying. You got a lot of rules. What do you mean? Look at the ground. Y'all don't look at the ground. Y'all look at the butt.
Yep.
So I'm not a butt guy, so you're wrong there. And my
you just said it.
He sure did just say that.
I was just using it as a what's called. I'm not a butt guy. Anybody knows me. I don't like butt. I like calves. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You say calves?
Yeah, for some reason, calves. I think it's from running track. I don't know where I got that from, but a calf to me, when I go had the heels on that ball up, that shit gets me.
That's too much information.
What was your bad ass?
Too much information there. What?
But yeah, no, it ain't a rule, Ron. It's just respect. You know, you ain't supposed to look no other man in the eye. So you look at the ground. You know what I mean?
Ronnie, he also said you're not supposed to show all your teeth because he
Oh yeah. You shouldn't. Well, nobody should see your teeth if you're looking at the ground. It's hard to see your teeth. That head is down. You know, I can't see your teeth. Like you should almost get hit by a car walking in traffic because you ain't supposed to with your eyes up. You know, that's how.
What, you sucked them?
No, I just like the way they look. I think they're attractive. They suck on a calf. That's weird. I think calves are very attractive. Like calves are attractive for whatever reason. I don't know why. So like I'm not really a butt guy. Butts are they're cool.
Y'all hear that, ladies? Get calf implants next.
There we go. You know what I mean? I need the BBCs. You know what I mean? BBCs.
Oh, damn.
Listen, stop it.
Funny.
So what are some other questions that may be oh well the one that all men got to worry about. Do I look good in this dress? This could end the relationship. Say the wrong thing. It may not end it, but you may end up sleeping on the couch. You might be in the doghouse. Say the wrong thing. So that's a tough.
Safe space.
It's not a safe space. That's why Ruth like to tell. It's not a safe space. So you can say,
I don't like to go out looking stupid. So if you let me go out looking stupid, we're gonna have a problem.
No, I'd be like, maybe last year you could fit in it, but this year, you don't quite fit in it no more, babe. You might want to give that up, babe.
Yeah, that's true.
You might want to give that one up, babe. You can't fit that one no more. I'm retired that one.
Don't you have another dress in here?
Right. One that fits?
It's the way you say it. It's always the way you answer it.
So it's not a safe space.
It is safe, but you still have to think about your mate's feelings when you're sharing.
So it's not a safe space then. If I gotta think about you, then it's not safe. If I gotta edit my conversation to make you feel good, it's not a safe space.
You don't have to edit it, but you have to consider.
That's editing. All I'm saying is that you didn't edit yourself when you try to stuff yourself in that dress.
You know what?
You wouldn't say it like that.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, you might. You shouldn't say it like that. You should not.
If anybody's not saying it that way, it's because they've been beaten in submission and it's not a safe space. And they learned that if I say it the way I need to say it, it's a problem. So I got to say it the way you want to say it. So it's not really a safe space.
Why would you even need to say it that way? That sounds mean.
It looks mean.
Yeah, you on the couch.
Angry.
You on the couch, bro.
You look like you're hurt.
Go right on your side on the couch.
Ronnie said, "Is that why you single? Not being smart."
Good one, Ronnie. I almost lost my drink.
Ronnie, I have a beautiful woman. Stop it. Beautiful.
And he does not answer like that, Ronnie. Trust me.
Oh, I do. We can be both honest with each other. Straightforward.
You can be honest and love, though. You don't have to be honest and mean.
That's not mean. No, it's mean when you try to get in that dress when you shouldn't have been in. That's mean. When you were lying to yourself, trying to squeeze into that dress from high school. Babe, I still look good in it? No. How about this question? Say, if you become pregnant and the person asks you to give the baby up.
Hmm.
I think that definitely can tear a relationship apart.
Yeah, relationship is over.
That's a hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way, if she's like, look, I don't want to have it, and he does, that could be very difficult for one person to say, I'm not doing this. That is that's a tough, especially if you were together for a while, say you're married, and then someone's like, that's not the right time.
Yeah.
Ronnie said it happens.
It does.
Yeah, it happens. It does. Yes. Some people survive it. Some relationships survive it.
But that relationship do you think that relationship is a lot different now?
Yeah, for a while.
Would it be for a while or forever? Because you're always going to remember that he or she, if you didn't have it, now you got rid of the baby because someone else asked, or maybe you wanted to, another person did. So that's always going to be there. Like, yo, you didn't.
That's always, it's going to be there. But if you decide to stay in a relationship at some point, you got to let it go. Or leave the relationship.
I think a lot of times we say we're going to move on and not but it still pops back up. In that argument. Well, remember, you made me give up the baby, bitch.
Then the relationship
comes up like that.
Then it's over.
Because you're not truly past it.
You're not truly over it, right? You're not truly over it.
And that becomes, and that could be, like I said, have contention in a relationship at times, but it can just pop up when that person's thinking about it. Maybe around that time that we'll call it the anniversary of when it happened. Either side, like you took away the chance for me to be a dad, or you didn't want to support me in being a mom. It could be difficult. That's definitely
keep the kid when the other person doesn't want it.
Or even that, because now every time that person does something to that kid, you can attribute it to them not wanting the kid to be here in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. And it may not be true. They may not be doing anything different, but that's the way you'll see it. You perceive it to be that way.
Right. Ronnie says it's never going to be the same. And I don't like kids.
That's why you got to talk to no people up front. You can see a nipple for 1,000 and no kid. Okay. Sally over here.
This is a safe place, Ronnie. It's all right.
So that'd be tough.
But it's funny how, even though these questions come up, people stay together, and then they do like Daryl saying, bring it up as soon as you get into a fight about something, start throwing that stuff out there.
Well, Doc, I guess the question would be, what are some things people can do to really get over stuff, and not just like, you know what, I'm getting past it, I'm not thinking about it, I'm pushing it down, I'm not really dealing with it. What are some things maybe they have to do to really have to resolve to be able to move on so it doesn't keep popping?
Well, I think it's individualized, but because the healing process, it will depend on a lot of different factors. But one thing for sure is being able to forgive a lot of times yourself for following through with something you didn't really want to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'd rather give the 1,000 foot of a nipple than the kid that nobody wants.
Yeah, I hear you. It sounds like you just want your nipples to play with, but I get it. I get it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's tough. So they got to forgive themselves first, truly forgive themselves for allowing. Now, how about the person who I said was the father who he didn't really have he didn't want it, but it was still against his will. It was done.
Hey, I know we see that all the time.
Right.
Some guys just disappear. Some of them don't even be bothered with it. They just say, I don't want it. I told you I didn't want it, so we done.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. That's
like how else would you manage that? How could you stay in a relationship with somebody who's pregnant, going through the stuff of pregnancy, then childbirth, bringing a baby home, and you really don't want the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is ask her who's in it, and I think that'll end it.
Wow.
That'll pretty much put the nail in the coffin. That'll nail the coffin shut. Who baby's that?
Wow.
That's one way you get out of it, fellas.
But I think, you gotta, it's a process, it's a process. Being able to share your
back up to the
with
microphone.
your partner and being able to grieve the loss, because sometimes you get stuck because the person won't even let you grieve the loss that you agreed to.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Why who was breathing like that?
I thought somebody was chasing me. I had to turn around. That's Boogie. That's Leanne's Boogie over there for reading like that.
Leave my dog alone.
Right.
Well, tell them leave us alone. We didn't ask him to show up. She all on the cast tonight. How about the question, the age-old question? How many bodies you got?
What about it?
That's a relationship changer. Ruth, it's a safe space, so why can't you answer the question?
Oh, I can answer. Remember, I got married at 10.
Yeah. I've got everybody else. It's such a safe space. Why everybody try to hide their number?
What is that about?
Why
'Cause I don't understand.
their number?
Why do people do that?
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's one of them things that I don't understand either, because not really matter. I don't know why you would hide your number or why you would necessarily need to know the number. I mean, I guess you want somebody I can only speak for a man. You don't want somebody with too high mileage on them, right? Like you don't want somebody with 1 or 2, Ruth, but you want somebody with 6.
Oh, you pick a number? Is that it?
Right, you just pick some random number.
Right. Well, you tell her pick a number between 1 and 10? What is that?
You only can have one, and you can have a hand and a thumb full. And more than that, you 2 handfuls. I can't deal with 2 handfuls.
That seems to be a big deal to couples, though. I don't understand.
It can be, because I think sometimes it's like anything. You don't want, and it's a mental thing. You don't want everybody test driving the thing you got. You want everybody knowing what you know.
But some of that? Oh, go ahead, Lee.
But the guys, that's what they're supposed to do. They test drive and slang. They dingling everywhere. But then turn around and look at you like, oh, you're a problem or a handful, 2 handfuls,
right?
Because you got 2.
Right. I don't know what were you doing with 2. Like you should have just waited. Like you just fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
Double standard. Yeah.
Well, again, there are things that's double standard, right? There are double standards in the world. So let's not.
I mean, what does it matter if you've been in a relationship with somebody? You get in a relationship with somebody whose previous relationship was the last 5 years or whatever. How much sex are they having? And then they get with you.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter that it's only one person versus one person a whole lot of times?
So I think it could, right? So it could be in the sense, where like just like you were going for a job. If you had one job for 10 years, or you had 10 jobs in 10 years, that looks a lot different on me hiring you, right? Because you at least are able to sustain this job for a longer amount of time. You probably did some things here. You were consistent, as opposed to here, you kept starting over. So it could be a thing like that. You're looking at their track record. Like, well, if you did this in the past, you may do this again. Because we are creatures of habits. And this could go both ways. I'm not saying this goes one way. If a guy is out here with, again, same thing with 10 jobs in 10 years, I think that looks a lot different than a person was with one person for 10 years, right? So I definitely think it could you could try to use that to kind of, especially in the beginning, as a barometer to say, do I want to go on with this person or not? What are they showing me? So that could be one way. Say again, Doc.
Using it as a way to weed people out?
Right. You can use it the way, like, all right, cool. I see that you're not really, maybe you don't know what a relationship is, or you keep relationship hopping, I don't want to be the next hop. Because your track record shows you said it yourself. The last 5 guys you've been with were 5 months long. So
what if they weren't? What if they weren't relationships and she was just,
yeah. So I don't
just out there sexually for a little while.
Cool. So I'm cool. You was out there throwing it around. I don't want nobody throwing it around like that.
Ronnie says anything new is good.
Wow.
That is the mindset sometimes.
Very interesting. But yeah, so necessarily the numbers shouldn't matter, but they do. They can. I'll say they can. Not that they do. That they can sometimes. I think sometimes you find out you were with, and I think will cause pause for anybody. If you say you're with somebody and you found out they were with 300 people, you might be like, oh baby, how many? Oh, I'm glad I love you, because I would leave if I didn't. It would not necessarily that you would leave, but you would kind of like, wow, that's a lot of people. It's like a small stadium. Wait a minute, hold on, wait.
That's like the Kimmel Center. I mean, not the Kimmel Center.
Right.
Right.
I've never even performed in front of that many people. There's not that many people at my job. So it definitely could, and I think that's the trick in it, that it could make you feel a certain way about a person, right? It could make a person look a certain way, and sometimes numbers don't tell the accurate story either, right? Because say someone was out there and they really were trying, looking for love, and it just they weren't the smartest. They kept making the same mistake over and over again. Like guys or girls were taking advantage of them. That's not really on them. They were in it because they really were trying, but people saw that and used it to their advantage. Okay, so that's what the numbers don't necessarily tell the truth.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean? They don't tell the truth. That's why I to myself, I'm like, I wouldn't want to. It shouldn't matter. That's true. Yeah, it shouldn't, but it does. It does affect sometimes the outcome of things. Because I'm thinking if I met a girl and she was with like 100 guys, I'm like, ugh. How long did I know you? Because
I mean, if she's 45 and been with 100 guys, is that different than if she's 25 and been with 100 guys?
Well, it is in the sense that 100 is 100. I don't care if you're 45 or
wow.
100 is 45. The 25 is worse because she had 100 already. So at 40, she's gonna be at 230.
Wow.
But 100 is still 100. And again, it doesn't mean because it could be that early in life they could have a lot of sex sometimes, which was meaningless when you're in high school and you just run around humping on each other. College, college is crazy. So if the majority of your stuff is in college, okay, but it's a little different if you were with somebody from say 20 to 30, 35, and you had a breakup, and then you want to go find yourself and you was outside and you picked up 50 from 35 to 42. Different. Wow. We know all that sex was wrong. After 35, anybody.
Wow. So how it happens matters too.
That's a lot of info.
Yeah. Because you got a question too. You really got to see. I think the question that I would want to know would be more like, how many times you gave up the butthole?
Huh?
How many times you done gave up the brown eye?
Oh my God!
Lord.
Why would you want to know that?
Right.
No, those questions would be more. Well, because that's intimate. Like if you doing you really outside. You know what I mean? You outside, right?
That's supposed to be special.
Hey, I get regular sex, but
that's VIP outside.
So you done swallowed everybody?
Oh my God.
That's different, like.
But there are people, since you bring up something like that, Are people telling the truth about it then? Are people
I
telling?
don't think so.
I don't think they would.
Not always. Some people do. Some people will be very honest about things. I've met girls that I felt told me things that were, I'm like, you got to be honest if you're telling me that. You got to be that. You the most honest person I've ever met in my life. Right? And some people don't. Some people you can tell are coy, more coy. I really haven't. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I said on the first night. Yeah, stop it. So you can kind of tell when people are kind of withholding. I think I can sometimes. Sometimes people are good liars.
Yeah.
You know, and it really, I ask the question, if I do ask the question ever, I don't never want to answer. I just want to see how you lie about it. What do I know that for? For the streets, I'm out.
So what about the question you just brought up? The question about one night stands. Is that?
I asked that question as well. I mean, I don't think I don't want to know these questions, first of all, because I know I can't. I'm not mature enough to handle it. Because I'm gonna leave you. Okay, I'm gonna leave you. If I find out anything, if you were like, I was with 7 guys and I'm 90, I'm like, you for the streets. So I know I ain't answering none of them questions. I'm not asking a damn thing. Don't even tell me about mistake. You know what I mean? I don't even want to hear stories. I think some girls like, man, this one time this guy said, hey, we're not friends. You are my girlfriend. We are not friends. Don't talk to me like I talk to my niggas.
You'd rather not know. You'd rather not know.
I'd rather not, because I'm not mature enough. Because I'm gonna leave you. Okay, I'm gonna leave you. I want to believe you had 1 or 2. I don't want a virgin, but you had 2. All right, everybody's Neil in my mind. You're Neil. You had 2.
I only had 1.5. I told you 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. Whatever it is, even better. 1.5. I know if I think you had 3, you can't be with me.
No.
Okay? So I want to believe in my mind.
That's fair.
I'm not mature enough to handle anything. You don't tell me anything before me either. I don't want to know. You didn't do nothing. This is the first time. I never did it from the back before. That's a good girl.
He said, "Good girl, good answer." Oh my goodness.
Exactly. So yeah. So I don't really ask those questions because it don't really matter now. Hopefully you learn from the mistakes. So one night stands again. Most people lie about them anyway. Well, it wasn't really a one night stand. It was like it was a one night stand, but it wasn't. But it was. I just never talked to him again. So yeah, I don't. But again, that doesn't matter either. I think sometimes people live, and sometimes you get in situations and things happen, and that's cool. I wouldn't trip. Now, if you had 12 one night stands, again, not mature enough to handle it. I'm going to leave.
At least you know yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah, I got to know. But how would you feel if you learned, again, your partner had a whole bunch of one night stands? Would you be like, oh, okay, baby, that's cool. You lived. Anybody? How would you feel? How would you think someone would feel that had that situation? Not you. How would you think somebody would feel?
Yeah, I mean, I might want to know a little bit more, like what were the circumstances that, why would you do it?
Because my dick was hard and she was there, Ruth. What do you mean? What do you mean? Why would I do it? I forget Ruth's the baby in this world. She's a baby, really. I'm sorry, Ruth. Sometimes sometimes you're out and you have these desires and you're out all night and one thing leads to another, and yeah, it's a safe space. Okay. And I feel that space.
Again, that's before you. So you do have to consider this person lived before you, no matter how they lived.
And that's the problem, Ruth, because I don't want to know you lived before me. Life didn't start until me. This is Genesis. I'm Genesis. This is life started.
But then you have to realign that thinking, because people have history. They've lived.
They can be history. There's people out here without history, or people out here to know the lie.
Well, you're going to lie to Daryl.
Just lie to Daryl.
Please lie. I don't want to know you outside. I don't want to know in college. You know, in college, people put on a college 15. I don't want to know that you gained 13 in college freshman year. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. And I see that. I've seen it happen. I've seen people in college get their numbers go through the roof. Freshman year was crazy. Sophomore year was even more bananas. Wow. So I know some people could put numbers up, like Michael Jordan. So I know it's possible. I just don't need to know because I don't want anything to play on my mind. If the person is nice and I like him, I just want to be with him. Mm-hmm. But if she's real skilled at something, I know, hey, you didn't learn that over. Ain't nobody no champ in one night. No champ was made in one fight.
What?
Ronnie said, "Why are you worried about their past?"
Because your past, just like our history, can dictate the future. Again, if someone has a pattern that they have exhibited in the past, then you may just be part of that. Now, I fell victim to this. Like, you find a girl who they'll tell you everything, and you feel like you're not like the other guys. You're going to be different. The last guy I was with, I stayed with him, but he did this. And you're like, oh, he was terrible. And he did this, and then next thing when they leave you say you did the same thing. Some people have these patterns where they just do things, and you think you're not going to be that person. So if you listen to people in the beginning, and when you're talking about past relationships, sometimes that can be some red flags to get you up out of there, so you don't just be part of the cycle. Some people have cycles. They love that honeymoon. Like if I meet a girl and like said every relationship she had in the past 5 years were like 3 or 4 months long, about 3 or 4 months. I know what it is already. To me, it can't
Ronnie
be every guy.
No. Ronnie says no. You met the wrong woman. That's all.
Exactly. That's why I left. You don't know the wrong woman in the beginning. That's why you vet them and you talk to them, and then you find out, hey, all your relationships like that, because I know your history, Ronnie. I learned their history and got up out of there.
But can't people grow and change, Daryl?
No, not without something happening.
He said no.
No, I think something has to happen for them to change.
Well, maybe something did happen.
What?
They met you.
Last relationship to this?
Maybe you're the one.
Not.
Yes, Lee. Maybe they met you. You're the one.
No, I can't change you. Change comes from within. Tell her, Doc. Could you tell her I can't change her? Change come from within.
You could be that spark.
That's all I'm saying. Yes.
No,
you could be that spark.
You can't be that spark. Okay. Really, because it has to be. I think change usually comes from something happening to make change happen. That's what I think. Any usually change, something had to happen. So if she had a bad last relationship and then she got some help, then I would see some change. But she's not going to change on her own, right? You need something to help you change.
Maybe she got tired of being in those streets. The streets didn't serve her well. She's learned from her experience, and she's ready to settle down with you.
My question would be, how did she learn, right? How did she
tell you how? I'm sure it was different things. She'll tell you.
Not just because even if you sometimes even know the problem, what are you doing to fix it? If you can't tell me how you're fixing it, like, oh, look, I went to therapy, or I'm using this strat or something. You can't tell me that, because sometimes we know our problems. Most of us know what's wrong with us, right? Most of us can say, I'm this, I'm that, we know it, but can we do something about it? In a crisis situation, can we say, you know what? Let's not revert back to what we know. Let's do something different. That would be my question. And I don't know if unless they, told me something to show me that they are doing something different, then I probably would not try to proceed in that. Because I believe in going on what people see, what they show me.
Whoa.
Oh, I went away. Okay.
I'd rather go what people show me than not what I think the qualities that I think they possess. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. Here's a question I saw. If so say it go either way. So say your best friend comes to you, to your relationship, and she or she's like, look, I want to have a baby. I'm looking for a donor. I would like to use your husband as the person, his sperm, to impregnate me, or I would like. Man, what are you laughing at? Or I would like to use.
Girl, bye.
Or could I use, or vice versa? Could I use your wife's eggs, and for the baby? How would you guys feel about that?
No, that's our baby. Like, what are you talking about? Now that's our baby.
That's a tough one too. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel? Because and saying that in that scenario, that say if you're like, for the woman, the man's like, you know what, let's help out Barbara. Barbara needs this help, and you're like, no, I don't think I want you giving your sperm and having a baby with someone else.
What if it's a family member, Daryl? Because I saw a show like that.
Or same thing, or a family member. I've seen that too. I've seen the same show with the twin sisters, right?
No, this is a different one, not the twin sisters. But the sister wants the other sister to donate the eggs, like you're saying, and the husband of that sister is saying, no, I don't want you to do it. It's really breaking up their marriage right now.
Same thing. That question now, especially if both people are like, look, I want to help, and they're like, you ain't helping.
But she says she's doing it anyway. The sister is doing it.
Well, that's what usually happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Well, you gonna go ahead and be single.
Yeah, he's upset.
And I get it, because that technically is he and her's baby, or whomever's baby, that's their baby. So you have a baby with someone else.
Yeah.
That's tough, because now you're connected to this thing forever. Even if you do all the paperwork, so you don't have any, you don't have to worry about anything but this child, and you don't have to worry about anything, and you have that person takes 100% guardianship. You still know you got a child out there, and still may have some connection to it. So that would have to be crazy.
Well, they're gonna have connection to it anyway, because they're sisters.
Exactly.
So she's gonna be in that kid's life.
But that's even worse. Yeah, like, so that means you're going to be around.
She's the mother.
And when that baby comes around and it's saying, this is mommy
auntie.
That's it.
Uncle Daddy.
That's the show.
Uncle Daddy. That's the thing. Uncle Daddy is the question. Uncle Daddy.
Hip Hop Atlanta. That's the show. Yep, I saw it.
Okay. Uncle Daddy is the real shit. Now you have this kid is all confused. That definitely I could see shaking a relationship.
So maybe it comes down to there are just some relationship deal breakers that we have to face. They're just some deal breakers to relationships at times.
Depending on the relationship, like Doc said, some people can talk about this and get through it, and or just have a toxic relationship where they just bring it up every couple months because they ain't really truly over it. Like every year around the kid's birthday, she mad 3-4 days before. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm mad at right now.
And it's a shame because they got through other stuff in that show where he was in jail for 7 years. She held him down. It's a shame.
Well, I mean, it's a shame that she picked a jailbird to have a baby with. That's the sperm she wants. That's not the good sperm. I don't want that sperm. That sperm is not. Seem like it don't make good. That's not good decision sperm.
No, she already has kids with him, but she's donating her eggs to the sister.
Who is this?
Oh, okay.
Mendici and what's his?
Yeah,
that's the story. Yes,
I haven't watched that show in years. Okay,
that's going on right now. Yep.
Wow,
that's very interesting. That is very interesting.
It's breaking them down. I mean, they're strong normally. It's breaking them up.
I don't know how you would expect, her to resist her sister's plea to have a baby.
Yeah, but I hear what he's saying though, because you have a kid out there now. We have a kid out there now. Not that it's mine, but it's half yours.
Hers. It's not his.
Yeah.
Well, but we're together, so what affects you affects me. You have a kid out there, which means ultimately I'm going to be involved in this too, right? Because now this is going to come out. I'm going to be here for the emotional ride, and then when this kid gets older, what are you guys telling the kid? How the kid looking at things, and you're going to be upset. You're going to be mad. Maybe you're going to be like, I shouldn't have gave my eggs away. It could be a lot of things.
Yeah. And she's giving her money toward it too, I should say.
She better.
But I'm saying he doesn't want their money going to it either. So it's it's a big conflict.
So and that's
why doesn't the sister want to get a donated egg from like an egg donor?
I think a lot of that didn't match for her in the process.
It's reality.
But the sister was the best resource. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
It got the most ratings, from my understanding.
Maybe that's true. Yeah.
Exactly. She can go to any bank,
True.
any
You think?
bank and pick an egg.
You would think.
I don't
You know,
know.
this is a great storyline when you can get it from your sister.
Well, she wants her DNA of her family, maybe too.
Okay, I can.
No, some people do.
That. Yes, I can understand.
What do you, oh, because she don't have eggs.
No, she doesn't. She can't have a baby. Yeah.
That's what I mean. She can't.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
And that can be
understand
close.
that.
Okay. I can hear that. That makes sense.
That's what they said. So
That makes sense.
Wow, interesting.
That's interesting. And you know, it could tear your relationship up because it's tough.
Mhm.
How about if your partner came to you and asked you for a hall pass?
all
For
passes
who?
Is over.
For who?
for who and what?
For himself, for the person who's asking for moi.
For who? You gotta tell me who it's for.
For moi.
Nah, you gotta tell me the woman it's for.
Oh, so I didn't know it was for a specific woman. I thought it was just like a weekend to go out and.
Nah, you gotta tell me who it's for.
Oh,
Wanna
Okay.
know who it's for.
Okay. So contingent upon who it is, you may be okay with it.
Oh yeah, it depends on who it is.
Very interesting.
go ahead.
So who couldn't it be?
It couldn't be my friends.
Why?
Couldn't
I
be
see them
my
all the time.
relatives.
I see them all the time. That's where the pool is. The pool is the friends and relatives.
It would have to be a celebrity, which sounds stupid, but
Oh,
it
okay.
would have to be a celebrity.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the chances of you getting to them is probably gonna be like this.
Right. Neil, talk to me. He asked for a hall pass.
We're not going to do that.
How you know what we're not going to do? He asked you for a hall pass. Like you said, you've been together a long time. He's like, you know what? I just need to get something shaken for this weekend.
You don't need that. You don't need it. We're good.
You're not good.
I got you.
You don't.
Give me my blonde
He said,
wig,
"Neil,
baby.
tell
I
me
got
what
you.
need. Tell
Give me
me
your
what you
blonde.
need.
I got a Beyonce wig ready. We got you.
So again, no safe space over there because he gotta want you. No
Only
safe space over
within
there.
reason. I say no pass.
I'm saying, but you would say no pass. Now the question really is, how do you feel? Even if, because it's safe space, he's saying, look, this is what I want, or she's saying, this is what I want to me. How do you feel after that conversation? Because they come to you, you give your answer, like, you know what? I don't think you should do that. That's not.
Yeah.
I would say no. It's out.
The
How do you feel now?
relationship is over.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Wow.
The answer is we're both single. Okay. So, what do you think? How do you think you feel after they asked you that question? Can you go back to?
No, you can't
What it was?
unring that bell, like you said. You can say what you need to say.
Right.
I think that, you know, I ain't up on my game. That's just facts sometimes.
I know I'm tired. You know, I was sick. Boy, the kid got me sick. I'm sick every other day. I get it.
Menopause. Yes.
I haven't learned what I was.
Ronnie says, "No, you don't. No pass."
Yes, Ronnie. No pass. We going to stick it out. No pass.
I heard a
Stick
story.
it out.
I heard a story today, and the guy said swinging destroyed his relationship. So he said he went to a swingers club. It was Kevin Hart telling the story. He said the guy in Philly, a comedian, went to a swingers club with his girl. And he said he watched the other husband wear his wife out for an hour and a half.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
You mean ex-husband, right?
He said that nigga was over there sweating and grunting, and his wife had more fun than she ever had in his life. He said he couldn't get that picture out of his mind. It was
That's the danger of it. That's
right, Bruce. He said the danger of it is you mess around and find out.
Yes.
find out. You get that man who's ready to go.
We ain't gonna find out. No.
Wear your wife out for an hour and a half. He said he wore her out for an hour and a half straight.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Some things are better left alone, I think.
And he had talked his wife into it. He talked her into it, got her to go, and now he can't be with her no more.
Is this what you wanted? This what you wanted? This what you wanted?
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful.
That's what he gets.
Yep, that's exactly what he gets.
That's what they were saying. They said, "Hey, yo, you think you want something until you get it. Best way to find out if you want."
Be careful. Mm-hmm.
You know, even that. How about that? Even asking you to go. Then if he said he watch. How about if they ask you to go to something like that as well? Do you feel like any of these questions to me have me doubting a lot of things, and I probably won't want to be with you anymore.
What if you're watching a movie and this comes up and she asks as a hypothetical? What if she said, "What would you think about doing that?" Or what do you think about that?
I would say you want to break up. I would think about breaking up.
All you have to do is say, "That's not something I would be into."
I would say I would think about breaking up with anybody who wanted to do that. What do you think?
Talk about safe place. Wow.
It's very safe. We both can say how we feel.
Yeah, the relationship is over.
Just from a hypothetical question, Lee?
So hypothetical questions have truths.
I'm gonna say, Leanne. I'm gonna say, Ruth. How many hypothetical questions you asked that you want nothing to do with?
Sometimes just to have fun and say, "What do you think about that?"
Because you thought about it. Because you thought about it.
No, if a show is prompting it, like Doc said.
Okay, so if a show prompted somebody sticking their arm in your butt up to the elbow, you're like, what do you think about that? No, you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't ask that question because it's not something on your bucket list. It's not something you even want to entertain.
No, and we know that, but can't you just ask, just jokingly, like?
You're only going to ask questions that do something to you. You ask that question because you got a tingle down below the nether regions.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
Right. You know you're not going to go with it. He knows he's not going to go with it, but you say, "What do you think about that, babe?"
That means because you hope he want to go. You hope he might want to go with it. That's a hope. That's like, hey,
it's just trying to figure out things that your mate thinks. That's all.
No, yes.
Relationship.
Oh my God! Look at all
to the relationship.
You're like, look at that orgy. That looks so. I don't know. What do you think? You just trying to see what they say so you can go. Right. And it looks fun. You're like, it does.
Right
now you guys are having an orgy. That fantasy came to life. See, that's what I'm talking about. Any fantasy you have is because it's a fantasy. It's a thought. It does something to you. You're not going to ask a question that doesn't do anything to you. You're not.
You don't have to live it all out. You don't have to.
But if he says yes, then you're going to. You're fishing.
Not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily. You're fishing.
He said you're fishing.
You're fishing. You're putting the worm on the hook. You're like, ooh, that's disgusting. 2 guys and a girl in the bathtub? What do you think?
What's with the voice?
That's how you're going to say. Like, that's just disgusting. What do you think? Oh, it's not that bad? I didn't really think it was that bad either.
I don't know. After 20, 30 years, you can say those things to your partner and it not be a big deal.
Exactly.
But now you can't do them. That's the difference. I would love to drink from the chandelier. We just can't anymore. You know your hip be acting up.
After 40 years, it's fun just to ask the question. That's right. Like, ooh, isn't that fun?
I stand corrected. This is after 40 years, you're right. The question may just be
it's just that fun.
Just so you can go in the bathroom and have some jerk material.
You know what? Oh my gosh.
She said we could do it in the bathtub.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Oh man, let's wrap this thing up. Let's get any last words. What you got, Doc?
I don't know. Know your mate, as we always say. Know your mate. Know what you can and cannot ask.
Right.
That sounds like a correct answer. What you got, Neil?
And to add to that, different things will change relationships. Questions might change it, but talk through it, work through it. 40 years might change it, but talk through it, work through it. You can make it work.
Good answer, Ruth. What you got, Lee Little?
There are no safe spaces. keep your private thoughts to yourself. Don't share them.
You want to roll, man? Let's go. Let's go.
Because hypotheticals are based on the truth. And you may be just safer staying single. That's what that might be. But know that if you share the truth, you might just become single. There you go.
Hey, can't even follow that. That was it. She said it all. Keep your thoughts to yourself. We want to thank everybody for joining us this week. Hey, Ronnie, thank you. Great comments.
Yes. Thanks,
we'll get
Ronnie.
that $1,000 up for you. We'll get that nipple taken care of. Thank everybody for joining us. Check our YouTube channels, please. Nothing but answers. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. You can go there and actually make comments we can see on the screen. So we prefer you to go there when we're in the live stream. You're also going to watch in the group. We will read your comments there. Please continue to send people to the group, add people to the group, continue to comment, continue to post. I'm learning so much. Keep it up. Keep commenting. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. So, Leanne, do what you do.
Bye.